Hello. Hey, hi, Vishal. You're speaking on mute, I hope.
Yeah, hi Srinivas. Yeah. So Abhinash is joining. We'll start.
We are checking. Yeah, just be on.
Okay. Okay, let him join. We'll start in between. Okay. So last class we discussed about different consoles provided in AEM. We have seen the CRXD console, right? We have seen site admin console. This is our site admin console. Using site admin, you can create your website. You can create the pages of your website. You can add the content on the pages. Okay, and whatever pages or website you create, it will be stored in the content folder in crxt. Okay, using site admin, you can create the pages and those pages are stored in content folder in crxt. Okay, then we have seen dam admin console. Using dam admin, you can manage the digital assets. Okay, dam stands for digital assets management. So what is digital assets? So all images, videos, PDF files, documents, so those are digital assets. So if you are developing any website, so definitely you need those digital assets. Okay, so in AEM website, if you want to show an image on your page, so first you have to upload that image into dam. Okay, then only we can use that image. So using this DAM admin console, you can upload the images, videos, documents, all those things. You can copy paste all those things. You can delete, move. Okay, you can manage the digital assets using DAM admin console. Okay. Also, we have seen sites.html and assets.html. Sites.html is the equivalent console of site admin. Means whatever you can do using site admin console, same thing can be done using sites.html console. Only difference is sites.html supports both classic UI devices as well as touch UI devices. Okay, and site admin console only supports classic UI devices, that is your laptops and desktops. Okay. Similarly, assets.html supports both touch enabled as well as classic UI devices, while DAM admin supports only classic UI devices. Okay. Then we have seen this campaign admin. So using this console, you can manage the campaigns. Okay, there is another tool like AEM, there is another tool called Adobe Campaign. So using that tool, you can create the advertisements, newsletters, you can create promotions, and on your AM pages, you can use them. So using this console, once you create the campaigns, you can see all the campaigns here, and you can use those campaigns on AM pages. So this is the console to manage the campaigns. Okay. So this is another console called Inbox. So in Inbox, you can see all your notifications or pending action items of the current user. Okay. So right now I logged in as administrator. Okay. Logged in means, so when you start your instance, okay, when you start your author instance, so there are two instances, author and publish. Mostly we work in author instance, right? So when you log into your author instance, okay, I logged in as administrator. You can create one user and you can log in into author instance also. So once you log into your author instance and you open this inbox console, you can see all the notifications of the current user. So I'm the administrator. For the administrator, what all notifications are there? What all pending action items are there? I can see it here. Then this is the user admin console. Using this console, you can create the users, you can create the groups. Okay, You can provide permissions to the users. You can provide permissions to the groups. Permissions means, let's say I created one user, okay, and I want to make that user as a developer or a content author or an administrator. So I have to provide privileges or permissions to that user. So if I want to make a content author, so there are specific permissions are there I have to provide. If I want to make an administrator, so there are specific permissions are there. So this is the tab to provide the permissions to the users. You can create groups also. Okay, groups means it's a group of users. Let's say in my project there are 10 developers, 5 content authors, 6 testers. I can create one group for the developers. I can create a group for content authors, testers, and in each group, I'll put all the content authors, tester accordingly. Okay. So you can create the groups, you can create the users, you can assign the users to the groups also. And you can provide permissions, group level permissions as well as user level permissions based on the requirement. So this is for user admin console. This is for managing the users. Okay. So we'll go to the next console. This is called MISC admin or tools admin console. Using this console, you can do a lot of things. As the name says, miscellaneous things can be done here. Okay, this is not designed for any specific thing. For example, your user admin designed to manage the users. DAM admin designed to manage the digital assets. MISC admin designed to do a lot of things. Okay, not a specific thing. For example, so when you open this console, in the left side you will find number of folders. There is a folder called replication. So as I told, you have two instances, author and publish instance. Okay, you can have a single author instance and multiple publish instances also based on your requirement. Okay. Let's say you have one author instance running in your system, and that author instance is running on port number 4502. Okay, and one publish instance is also running in your system on port number 4503. Okay, author instance running on 4502 port, publish instance running on 4503 port. So in author instance, you created a page and published. Then it will go to your publish instance running on port number 4503. Let's say you have another publish instance running on 7503. Two publish instances running in your system, one author instance. So when you publish the content, by default it will go to the instance, publish instance running on port number 4503. This is the default mapping. Your author instance running on 4502 means when you publish the content, it will go to 4503 publish instance. This is the default mapping. Okay, but you have another publish instance running on 7503 and you want to publish the content to that instance. How will you publish? So when you have to map your author instance with 7503 publish instance. So how will map that? So when you expand the replication folder, you will find agents on author. So expand it, you'll find default agent. So in default agent, you will find the default mapping of your author instance with the publish instance. And that default mapping is 4502 instance is mapped with 4503 publish instance. So here you can see the default mapping. Replicating to or publishing to localhost colon 4503 means whatever content you publish, it will go to publish instance running on 4503. But you have another instance running on 7503. You want to publish them. You want to map that instance with your author instance. So how will do that? Click on edit. Then click on transport. So here you can see the URI. So localhost colon 4503. So you want to publish into publish instance 7503. So you have to change it. Okay. So the mapping will be changed. Means Once you change and save it, after that, whenever you publish the content from your author instance, it will be published to the publish instance running on 7503. Okay, so you can map your author and publish instance here. Okay, so this is for okay, so this is for managing your replication agent. So let's say you want to publish into both the instances, both author and publish. Okay, so you can create one more agent. Here you can see default agent. Default agent is mapped your author instance 4502 with 4503 publish instance. Then you can create another agent where you will map your author instance to another publish instance running on 7503. So both will work. Content will be published to both the publish instances. Okay. So this is for managing the replication. So we are discussing about MISC admin console. Okay, this is not for any specific thing. You can do a lot of things. One example I have given, you can map your replication agent. And here in left side, you can see there is a folder called workflow. I'll double click on this. Another console opened. This console is called as workflow console. Okay, so in AEM there is a concept of workflow. Okay, so what is workflow? So workflow means sequential steps to complete a process. Not only in AEM, in most of the tools you'll find this workflow concept. Okay, sequential steps to complete a process. So this is the console where you can create the workflows. You can see all the existing workflows. If you want to modify any workflow, you can open that workflow from here. Okay, so if you want to understand the behavior of any existing workflow, you can open it and understand it. So this is the console. Okay, workflow console to manage the workflows. Okay, we'll discuss more on this when we'll start working on workflows. Okay, fine. Now we'll go to the another console. So this console is called as the tag management console, tagging console. Okay, so in AEM there is a concept of tagging. What is tagging? We'll create the tags, we'll associate the tags with different types of resources. Okay, so resources means your pages are resources. When you create any website, you create the pages, those pages are resources. You uploaded some images, images are also resources. Videos, documents, all are resources. Okay, so using this console, tag management console, you can create the tags and you can apply the tags to different type of resources. Okay, so what is exactly a tag? Tags are used to identify a thing. Okay, so in our day-to-day life also we use tags, right? For example, you are working in a company. In your company premises, you are always wearing a tag or ID card, right? So in that tag, your name is written, employee ID is written, company name is written, right? Phone number is written. So anyone can see that tag or ID card and easily identify you that this person is working for this company, his name is this, employee ID is this, phone number is this, right? So that tag is used to identify you. So similarly, in AEM, we can create the tags and we can apply tags to different resources so that it can be identified by the internal users. Internal users means by the developers, content authors, administrators. Okay, so this is the console to manage the tags. We'll discuss more on this when we'll discuss about tagging. Okay, fine. Now I'll open one more console. System console, localhost colon 4502 slash system slash console. Okay. So using this console, you can manage the bundles. Okay, in AEM, there is something called as OSGI bundles. Okay, OSGI bundles are nothing, these are the jar files. Okay, so when you create some Java classes, okay, so here we are going to create some Java classes. We are going to create servlets, Sling models, query builders, so all are Java classes. Okay, so when you will create the Java classes, how will put the Java classes in server? So you have to create jar files, then deploy the jar files. Right. So this is the console. Okay, where you can upload the jar files or your system bundles. Okay, OSGI bundles. You have to create. There is a different way to create the bundles. We'll discuss that later. Okay, you can create the bundles and you can deploy. You can start the bundle, stop the bundle, delete the bundle. You can manage your OSGI bundles from here. Okay. So we covered all the consoles of AEM. Okay. So first we discussed about the introduction part. Okay. Then we discussed author instance, publish instance. Then we discussed the content flow, how the content flows from content authors to the end users. Then we discussed about templates, components. After that, we discussed all the consoles. Okay. CRXD, site admin, DAM admin. Okay. So user admin, all the consoles we discussed. Fine. Now let me open CRXD again. So in CRXD, we have seen apps folder. Okay. So what is CRXD? It's a browser-based editor. As a developer, mostly you are going to use this console. Okay. So in apps folder, all our static templates, components, client libraries, internationalize, all those things will be created here in the apps folder. Then in content folder, when you create any page using site admin or sites.html, you will find those pages in content folder. Okay, you can see W retail website, right? So this is one sample website they created for our reference. Okay, so our website will be created here also in content folder. Then DAM folder, here all your digital assets will be stored, images, videos, documents. Okay, under content DAM, all the digital assets will be stored. Then there is a folder called leaves. Okay, so under leaves, leaf stands for library. Okay, so all the inbuilt things, okay, all the out of the box things will be found in leaves. Okay, AEM provides a lot of foundation components, inbuilt components for us. Okay, we can use those components in our project also. So all those components are found in leaves folder. In leaves folder, you can find there is a folder called foundation. Under that, components called as foundation components. These are it also. Okay. And under leaves foundation, whatever components you see, all components are created using JSP. Okay, using JSP. So nowadays we are developing all the components using Sitely. Okay, so if you want, you can use these components, or AEM provides some Sitely components for us also. There is a different location for that. Under leaves, if you go to WCM, then foundation components. So here you will find using Sitely. So how I know that these are components? Select it. Go to properties panel. This is your properties panel. You will find a property called primary type, JCR colon primary type, and the value is CQ colon component. So from this, we understood that this is a component. So some foundation components are also found in leaves WCM foundation components folder. Okay, leaves WCM foundation components folder, and all these components are created using Sitely. So previously, whatever components I showed you, leaves, foundation, components. Okay, so these components are created using JSP. So nowadays we are not using JSP, so we are using Sitely. So these are the some sightly components, you can reuse them. Okay, or if you want to use these components also, you can do. They are out of the box. Okay. And here you can see some of the components are grayed out. Okay, it means there are some alternate components are available for them. Okay, so these are old implementation developed using JSP. So some new components with similar functionalities are already available, so they just grade it out. Okay, you can reuse them also. Okay, deprecated, these are deprecated. So under leaves you will find all the out of the box components, foundation components at two places: leaves foundation components and leaves WCM foundation components. Okay, under leaves foundation components, all components are created using JSP. Under leaves WCM foundation components, all components are created using Cycling. Okay, so this is your leaves folder. So most of the out of the box things are found here. Okay, fine. So in home folder, your user informations are stored, right? Your users, groups, so all those things are stored in home. We have already seen. Then etc folder. So whatever you do in MISC admin, so those things are stored in etc folder. Conf folder is there. So in AEM there is a concept of dynamic templates or editable templates. All the editable templates are created in conf folder. Okay, so when we'll discuss about dynamic templates, that time we'll use this conf folder. Okay, so this is our CRXD console. So now all the consoles are covered, basic things are covered. We are going to do the installation. After that, we'll start our development work. Do you have any questions, doubts?
So far, no.
Okay, fine.
No.
So, okay. So are you connected with your laptop or desktop or mobile phone?
Not today. I actually, I don't know why, but I thought we didn't have a class today because it's Sunday over here. So I came
Okay,
out.
okay.
I'm attending the session in my car. So
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, fine. So we'll do the installation tomorrow. Okay. So connect from your laptop or desktop with minimum 8 GB of RAM. Okay. Then we'll do. I have your email IDs. I'll send all the installables. Okay, today, and you just download it and keep in a folder called AEM in your C drive, B drive somewhere. Create a folder called AEM. Okay, whatever I send today, you just download everything and keep everything in that AEM folder. Okay, then
Sure.
we'll do the installation tomorrow. Okay, make sure you connect from a laptop. Okay, any questions, anything you want to ask?
No, none.
Okay, so Neha, do you have any questions? Are you guys able to understand what I am saying?
Yeah,
Yes, no doubt.
I'm following everything. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then we'll cover this much today, and tomorrow we'll do the installation. Fine.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.